Hey everyone, this is Rudy. I just located Skrocki's closing arguments, and it's going to take me a while to listen to that. Plus, I got a 460-page transcript to read, so I don't know when I'll get around to listening to the whole thing. But just check out the very opening statement, okay? This is how he opens up his closing argument. Listen to what he says.
Good morning. On behalf of the United States prosecution team in this case, Sean Robinson, our computer driver, Devon Lomori, my colleague, and Rick Sutherland of the FBI. I'd like to thank you for the attention that you've given us for the course of this case, for your dedication and your patience and your time. You've given, in fact, all of us during the presentation of the evidence in this case. The reason that we're here this morning is because of the acts of three men: Coleman Barney, Lonnie Vernon, and Francis Schaeffer Cox. The reason we're here this morning is because you've seen over the past 6 weeks evidence that these three individuals are working on a plan. They're working on another form of government. And in the long term, we're not telling you that it was going to happen today, that it was going to happen tomorrow, that it was going to happen next week. Because the fact of the matter is, this whole case is about when we're going to be strong enough.
Did you hear that? It's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen next week. It's not going to happen till they get strong enough? Well, how about Schaeffer constantly said on FBI recordings that liberty always wins because tyranny self-destructs. You evil bastards that have control of the Federal Reserve, that run this dog-off-the-leash government, this out-of-control government, you're going to crash under your own corruption. And all Schaeffer was doing was planning for when that happens. And you know what? Thank God that we have men like Schaeffer that plan on stuff like that. He wasn't planning on murdering you guys. He wasn't planning on killing any judges. He was planning for when there's a financial collapse because you guys print money like it's going out of style. And there's nothing wrong with owning a gun. There's nothing wrong with owning a 37mm grenade launcher. Both of them are completely legal. You evil bastards put an innocent man in prison simply because he knew that you guys are going to collapse one day. And he was preparing for it. And he was telling other people to prepare for it. And he was exposing the Federal Reserve. He was talking about the Second Amendment. He was talking about liberty and our founders. You are some kind of evil bastard, Skrocki, let me tell you. You know, when did we start putting people in prison for 27 years on something that might happen out in the future? You know, he was preparing for something that might happen, and it may or may not occur. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me that we've got a man in prison separated from his family for what's called pre-crime, thought crime. You should be ashamed of yourself.